What mode would Gaara have if he controlled Shukaku like Naruto Kurama? Enjoy watching. There are 9 tailed beasts in the Naruto anime, and we saw some unique mode only in Naruto and the 4 tails, and all the other tailed beasts only took the form of a Jinchuriki, and I was wondering what other Jinchuriki would look like with their unique mode. Kazekage changed his form depending on how well he could control Kurama's chakra and how close their relationship was, and with each form of chakra, an individual ability was revealed to him: incredible speed, creating hands from chakra, many Rasengans, and then completely transforming into the 9 tails. Even so, it looked more like Susanoo than the same 8 tails transformation. The 4-tailed Jinchuriki could turn itself into lava. It looked epic to me, and the technique was incredibly strong, as the enemy couldn't physically attack him without hurting himself. However, this is all that Rashi showed us. His full transformation into a Biju was the same as Killer Bees. He too assumed the original form of the tailed one. And all the uniqueness was only with Naruto, and all the other tailed ones did not show any individual form, along with their vessels. I was hoping that Killer Bee would have its own unique mode, just like Uzumaki himself had, but that did not happen. I assumed that this was due to the sealing technique, that the mode depends on it. However, this is most likely not the case. And the form that Kazekage took was the ability to use the chakra of his tailed one. Naruto, as the main character, had many such forms, and the final one was Baryon. In this form, he was more like a fox than in his other modes, due to the combination with the Biju's chakra. This form was like a burning and fading fire, and with that, the story of the Jinchuriki of the 9 tails ended. But since the first season, we were shown that Naruto has a confrontation with another Jinchuriki. This confrontation involved the 9 tails himself. I'm talking about Gaara and Shukaku now. In fact, this is the second Jinchuriki that we were shown, and I hope that Shukaku and Gaara would have the same epic story as the main character himself. And as for me, their confrontation is not fully disclosed. If the mode depends on the ability to control chakra, then Gaara is ideally able to control the power of Shukaku, since they both control sand. The fox constantly called himself the strongest Biju. Shukaku said that strength does not depend on tails. But for some reason, we were always shown that Naruto is the strongest Jinchuriki, and his mode is the most powerful. However, Gaara is a kind of rival for Kazekage, and he, in fact, also had his own regime initially. This is his sand that covered his body, and in order to cause physical harm to himself, it was necessary to break the sand protection. Even when I watched the first season, I was hoping to see more of the One-Tail's power and some kind of individual mode from Gaara himself. An improved mode that we have already seen is sand cover. Unfortunately, this did not happen. But why? The ability to control sand and the power of magnetism could give our current Kazekage a unique mode, thanks to which he could become stronger and use sand first, and then, for example, gold, just like his father did, and, if necessary, he switched to the metal itself. And these modes could be called differently. For example, a form with sand, Spirit of the Desert. The golden form could be called Golden Ghost, and the metal cover could be called somehow more epic, King of the Night. And against this background, one could come up with a lot of jokes, interactions with Kurama. The fox would taunt Shukaku by saying that he doesn't have many tails, so he made up a lot of modes for himself, although it's the same power. I lead to the fact that it was possible for the Kazekage, as Jinchuriki, to be better revealed and give him the opportunity to control not only sand but also gold and metal, thus make him the strongest with the power of magnetism. Raised to the level of an opponent, namely Naruto, I am sure that the authors could come up with much more unique modes than those that I came up with. However, unfortunately, we were not shown other modes of the tailed beasts, except for Naruto. The 4-tailed doesn't count. As for me, the One-Tail is very interesting in terms of character and abilities. His mode would look very epic and could give a lot of individual abilities. And even now, in the Boruto anime, as a true fan of Shukaku and Gaara, I am waiting for the One-Tails to return to Kazekage, and we will see exactly the tailed cover mode, in which Gaara can easily manipulate huge reserves of sand, create huge pyramids that will seal opponents and themselves, sandstorms that will allow you to stop a large number of enemies, the ability to create sand, gold or metal golems. Shukaku is one of the strongest tailed beasts in my opinion, and Gaara, with such a regime, could become very strong, and now, in the fight against a Code and his 10 tails, it will be very useful. Thus, it would be possible to end the era of Gaara as Jinchuriki in the way that Naruto's era ended. But, unfortunately, we, the viewers, can only hope and wait. Also, I can draw something and share my thoughts with you. Write in the comments what mode you would like to see for Gaara and other tailed beasts. Good luck to all.